Welcome back to the Anonymous Employee. I am your host, the one, the only Coach Suga P. This podcast is a safe space where we talk about what really happens in the workplace, the things people experience, but are often way too afraid to say out loud, the stress, the mistreatments, the power struggles, and the emotional toll of just trying to earn a living these days. And if you're listening while getting ready for work, or on your lunch break, or winding down after a long day, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not alone. Today's episode is titled "The Workplace is Breaking People Mentally," and nobody's talking about it. And if you've ever felt exhausted before the shift even started, anxious just thinking about work, or mentally drained but still showing up because bills don't stop, this episode is for you. So this isn't just about stress anymore. Let's talk about something people keep brushing off like it's completely normal. The workplace is breaking people mentally. And I don't mean I had a stressful day. I mean people crying in their cars before work. People staring at the wall in break rooms trying to pull themselves together. People going home exhausted but unable to sleep because their mind just won't shut off. Somewhere along the way, we normalized burnout. And I know all of what I just said is true because on my TikTok page, the comments have been going crazy. And these are the main things that people are talking about and grieving over right now in their current life when it comes to the workplace. And we call this anxiety pressure. We call disrespect professionalism. We call emotional exhaustion work ethic. But when your heart's racing every time your phone buzzes from your manager, your director, or your supervisor, or when your Sundays feel heavy because Monday is coming, or when your body starts reacting before your mouth ever says anything, that's not stress. I've had multiple people tell me that their bodies broke out in hives from stress from the jobs. And what I would like for it to happen one step at a time is for jobs to have free mental health care. That is what we're pushing for, ladies and gentlemen. One day, one step at a time. I would love for these jobs, especially warehouse jobs, healthcare jobs, public jobs. These jobs need to have free mental health care for their employees because people are broken. They're being broken at these workplaces every day. And their nervous system is telling them something is wrong. And it is wrong. And we need to stand up for that. We need free mental health care in the workplace. Now, here's the part nobody really wants to say out loud. Bad management can lead to you having a mental health breakdown on the job. Because most managers are promoted because they were their good workers, not because they knew how to lead people. No emotional intelligence training, no conflict resolution training, no de-escalation training, but they're given power over schedules, over write-ups, over disciplinaries, and people's livelihoods. These people with no type of training. And when someone who doesn't know how to regulate their own emotions is put in charge of others, the damage is real. It is real. You can't touch the wind, but you feel the wind. You can't touch the damage, but you feel the damage. Micromanagement, public embarrassment, favoritism, retaliation when employees speak up. People don't quit jobs. They quit being disrespected, dismissed, and mentally drained by their leadership. A paycheck should not cost you your mental health. Period. And let's get into the silent suffering at work. There are people listening right now who smile at work every single day and nobody knows how close they are to breaking, and it breaks my heart because I've been there. My heart cries out to them. They show up on time, they do their job, they stay quiet, they follow the rules, but inside they are exhausted. They don't report issues because they're afraid of retaliation. I have an ebook on that too, by the way, for $3. Let me help you. If you're dealing with retaliation because you spoke up, you can do something about it. But let's continue. They don't report issues because they're afraid of retaliation. They don't go to HR because they've seen what happens to people who do. They don't speak up because they have bills, they have kids, and they have responsibilities. Especially in blue collar and frontline spaces, people are told to toughen up and stop being so sensitive. But ignoring mental health doesn't make it go away, it makes it worse. And just because someone shows up every day doesn't mean that they're okay. It means they're pushing through. They're doing what they got to do to provide. And let's get into what needs to change. So what really needs to change here? First, companies need to stop promoting people into leadership without training them how to lead humans, human beings. Conflict resolution training should be mandatory and it should be annual. De-escalation training should be required. Emotional intelligence should be taught before authority is even given. Second, employees need to protect themselves. I need you guys to document everything. You keep records, stay professional, but also stay prepared. And lastly, we have to stop pretending that suffering in silence is strength. That is not strength. Strength is you getting up every single day when you're exhausted mentally. Strength is showing up for your kids and your family when you are tired to the bone. Strength is getting up and going inside that job every day, knowing what you have in front of you. That is strength. But suffering in silence is not strength. Burnout is not a badge of honor. Survival mode is not success. You deserve a workplace that doesn't break you. You deserve a place of peace, a place of peace of mind. Yes, work can get stressful. Yes, there are moments on the job where things get hectic, but never should it affect your mental health. That's a different level than just having a busy day at work. So I'll leave you with, if work is breaking you mentally, and I need you to hear this clearly, you are not weak. You are human and you are not alone. Loves, you are not alone. Go to my TikTok page. Look at the comment sections of the anonymous employee. Look at all of the people, hundreds and hundreds of comments. You are not alone. And if you need some reassurance, look at the comments and read them and see that you're not alone. Because a lot of times we just need to see someone else is going through what we're going through. You're not alone. And if this episode spoke to you, I invite you to share it with someone who needs to hear it. Share this episode out. And if you'd like to submit an anonymous workplace story to be discussed on this podcast, The Anonymous Employee, you can DM me on TikTok at The Anonymous Employee. You can email me at coachsugap@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram at coachsugap. Thank you all for listening to this episode of The Anonymous Employee. And until next time, protect your peace, protect your mental health, and remember, no job is worth losing yourself, ever. I will talk to you guys soon, and until then, continue to shine your light bright.